Hello, welcome to Introduction to the Visual Arts. For this project, we are going to do a referential work based on the work of Kazimir Malevich's Black Square that he created in 1913 in the Suprematism style, and it's a black square on white. And your question would be, well, how can that be art? It looks so simple. Well, he was trying to show what pure abstraction looked like, or what spirituality looked like. And he said that when you thought about spirituality and you distilled it down, you ended up with the black square. Now that's a pretty heavy concept. So you can read more about Malevich and his black square and suprematism if you want to go to the internet. It's kind of an interesting idea that was floating around in 1913. For this project, we're going to take kind of a departure from suprematism, but we're also going to do something with black and white, because black and white is all about positive and negative space. So we're going to jump from Kazimir Malevich, who was European, to a Japanese art form that is called Notan. Now Notan, I've got some samples here of Notan. And you can see that you have a black square, and then pieces have been cut out of the black square, and then they have been applied to a white backing sheet. So Notan is always about black and white and about positive and negative. The black is the positive and the white is the negative. So when you start cutting, you want to be sure that you don't lose your pieces, because you'll want to reapply the pieces to your paper. Now there's lots and lots of examples of Notan on the internet, so if you want to look at some more, you can go there and look at some ideas. Now the ones that I'm showing you are really quite simple, but there are others that are very, very complex. For this project, you will need a white piece of backing sheet from your multimedia pack. You will need a black square. This one that I have is a patterned black square, just because I wanted to make sure that I had just a little bit extra going on, and it is about a 6x6 black square. So I just used my ruler here to measure it. You don't really need a ruler for this once you have your black square cut, but if you want to make it 6x6, you'll have to figure out a way to do that. You will need a pair of scissors, which I have here. You will need some glue or some glue stick, and I'm just using this kind of a school glue stick. And you will need maybe a pair of scissors or pencil, or you'll need some idea about what you want to cut out of your square. So you can just randomly cut it out, or you can plan it and really think about how you want to do that. But for every piece that you cut out of your positive, you want to glue them to the backing sheet, and so that you end up with this positive, negative idea. So here is my square where I have cut the pieces out, and I have just applied them in reverse to the backing sheet. So if you have questions, you can talk to me on the discussion board, or you can send me an email. Good luck with this project. Give it some thought, and also think about on the back of your black square, when you are finished, what I would like you to do is I would like you to make your thinking visible. What I would like you to do is I would like you to talk about or write about what you think, what you were trying to do, did you achieve it, what your frustrations were, and what you could title your piece if you were to give it a title. One of the things about giving artwork a title, it's like a work in a novel. When you read a novel, you pick up the book lots of times just because of the title. The title kind of gives you an insight to what the artist was thinking. So each of your artworks should have a title. And I will talk more about what I expect about how to make thinking visible elsewhere on Moodle. Thank you for your attention.